Welcome to yet another session of Advanced Management Accounting by Manifested Publishers. My names are Mr. Mariga, and we want to continue with a previous subtopic on inventory control decisions, known as what? Material resource planning. In the previous session, we talked about just-in-time, where we said just-in-time is a type of inventory system where you simply want to match your what? Your orders with the quantity you do what? Or your demand with the quantity that is that you want to order as an organization, such that the just-in-time system ensures that you don't have any closing stock. Yeah, and that system, known as just-in-time, we also said was developed in what? In Japan by Toyota, by the famous Toyota, the car manufacturer. All right, today let's talk about material resource what? Planning. Material resource what? Planning, where material requirement planning, also known as material requirement planning, material requirement planning or requirement planning. Now, material requirement planning is basically an inventory management system that helps the management of a company identify three things. Number one, what material is needed. Number one, what material is needed. Number two, how much material is needed. How much material is needed. Number three, when the material is needed. When the material is needed. And lastly, this material requirement planning simply works backwards. Simply works backwards from what? A production plan to finished goods. So it works backwards from production plan to finished what? To finished goods. To finished goods. So the MRP, or material requirement planning, simply converts a plan into a list of requirements, that are needed during what? Production. And it will have three items, or there's certain items that are necessary for it to be what? To be effective. For it to be effective. Number one is a master production schedule. You must have a master production schedule. Master production schedule. Number two, a bill of materials. A bill of materials. Bill of materials. And lastly, must also have an inventory status file. Inventory status file. An inventory status what? File. Now, a production schedule simply shows how much is required to meet demand. A production schedule simply shows how much is required to meet demand. A bill of materials, so this one shows how much is required. How much is required. Now, a bill of materials, on the other hand, will show you the details of materials. Details of who? Materials. Details of materials and components that are required. And the required who? Components to produce, and the required who? Components to be used in what? Production. Then lastly, an inventory status file will show you the available materials. The available materials. The available materials in what? In stock. In stock. It shows you the available materials in what? Stock. Okay? Now, the benefits of using material requirement planning, number one is that it reduces inventory what? Cost. So there is reduced inventory cost. Why? Because it reduces overstocking. Overstocking. Remember, you have already determined in advance what you need. Okay. Number two, there is improved production what? Efficiency. There is improved production efficiency, which leads to reduced delays and bottlenecks. Number three, the customers are what? Satisfied. Why? Because you're able to meet their demand. Then there is optimum use of what? Resources. There is optimum use of resources. Then the management of an organization can be able to make better decisions. So there is improved decision making by the who? By the management. One of the disadvantages of material resource planning here is that it is so reliant on the inputs data for accuracy. So if the input data is inaccurate, then your decision making will also be affected, or your results will be affected. Remember, your production plan here tells you how much is required. Then we've also said that with material requirement planning, you work backwards from what? From the finished goods to what you require. So if you have data that is inaccurate, then it will affect your what? Your decision making. Then sometimes you tend to hold more than required. Sometimes you also tend to hold more inventories than what is needed in an organization. Then it is also very expensive to do what? To implement and maintain. It is expensive to implement and maintain. All right. That is what we refer to as material requirement planning. As material requirement planning, right? So in the next lesson, we are going to talk about ABC inventory system. ABC inventory system, or ABC analysis. So see you in the next lesson.